Hi, just wanted to tell you a little bit more about the Craft Fair Academy. I keep writing loads of bits, but I thought there's no substitute for actually talking to you face to face, as it were, about it. When I first started doing craft fairs, I was so rubbish. I really didn't know what to expect. I kind of did, because I've been to loads of craft fairs. That was kind of my thing back in the early noughties. And so I sort of knew what to expect from an outsider looking in, but I hadn't got a clue of all the shenanigans that go on, like, from the inside out. I'd worked in retail, like my whole life, and so I knew about selling. I knew how to sell. That wasn't a problem. It was all the other bits and pieces that just totally floored me. It was, sort of finding the right fairs, displaying stuff, talking to customers, not peeing off the person on the next stall. There was just so much. I made some of the most horrendous mistakes. And I gradually learned over 27 years now since I did my first craft fair. It's got to be I've got to have done nearly 1,000 craft fairs. It's ridiculous, I know, but I did an awful lot. And gradually you learn over years. But if you want to do craft fairs, if you've been thinking about it, or if you've done a few craft fairs and they're not what you thought they would be, they're not as good as you thought they would be, or you've done a few craft fairs and you think that you've not done really well, but you think that's all it is, that's all you get, you only get a few sales, you only cover your table money, craft fairs, you're just there for it's just something you do, and they're never particularly good, then think again. The Craft Fair Academy is for you. I've made all these mistakes over the years so that you don't have to. You don't need to make those mistakes. You can learn all what to do so you can hit the ground running and be successful from day one. You can make your craft fairs successful from day one. And if you're another thing that I've found, if you're absolutely smashing it at a craft fair, then other stall holders that aren't want to know what your secret is. They want to know how you did it. They want to know how you're doing stuff. And that's how my business started, because back in the day, late 2022, I decided to go back in and do another few craft fairs because I missed it. I stopped doing fairs because my back was really bad. Fast forward another year and I'm in the same situation, but I'm still able to teach. But I went to this craft fair and it was really quiet. It was a really small fair. It was my first fair back after 5 years. I gave up sort of way before COVID hit, and everybody was just sitting around miserable. It was a really awful day. It was lashing it down with rain and it was windy, but I was just pleased to be there. I was just like well excited to be like, I was like an excited puppy. Stall holders, I have to say, were pretty disillusioned because of the weather, the lack of footfall, and so they just saw it as an opportunity to sit about and have a chat. And if you've got a hobby, and if that's what you want to do, that is absolutely fine. I'm not saying don't enjoy a craft fair. But if you're running a small business, you are there to make money. You are at that craft fair because that is your work. That is your place of work. Now, if you were employed and it was raining outside, so you just decided to sit around and read a book, your boss wouldn't be very happy. And I know you are your own boss, so in some ways you should, the onus is on you even more to be a success, because there's nobody else to fall back on. It's you. This is your profit we're talking about. This is you getting your name out there. This is about you getting your product out there. This is about getting your reputation out there. So, the onus is on you. And if you're just sitting around reading a book, and people do go round, they do the rounds at craft fairs, especially if you're in like a little gang and you all go around and do the same fairs, people will come in and they'll be like, oh no, that lady's not, she's reading a book, she's not really interested in selling, she's not really bothered, she's not bothered about me being there, why should I be bothered about her being there? So when I did this fair, I was a little bit OTT when people were coming in, because it was a really, really shitty day. It was horrible. We just about set up, just about got the stuff out of the car before the heavens opened. It was awful. So when people came in and saw the sort of, I was like, these people have made the effort, like at least acknowledge them. So when they were coming in, I was like, oh, hello. Oh, did you actually mean to come in, or did you just blow through the door? Like, I was just having a laugh with them, trying to draw them in, trying to open them up to conversation. And in 7 out of 10 cases, maybe 7 of the 10 people that actually came through the door, they did open up. They had a chat. They were like, oh, what's all this about then? And so you do the spiel, and they bought, nobody really sold much, and I took 144 quid, which for a £15 craft fair I was quite happy with. And my first fair back, then I was quite pleased with that. And it was that evening that I suddenly thought, maybe those people, to me it's second nature. I've worked in retail all my life, so I've sold and customer service and that. Some people, it doesn't occur to them, and some people, they don't know how to do it. And I figured if I've got the knowledge and the skills, then I should help people. And so that's what I did. I started the Craft Fair Queen. And then a few months later, I had people from retail shops asking me if I could help them with selling skills and whatnot. And so I changed the name slightly from the Craft Fair Queen to the Retail Queen. So I operate under both hats. But yeah, obviously my first love is retail of all sorts, and craft fairs and physical selling in shops both come under that. So Retail Queen it was. And the Craft Fair Academy is something I'm really, really proud of. It's the kind of amalgamation of all my knowledge. It's like my retail brain divided off into masterclasses, videos, mini courses, there's spreadsheets, there's a planner, there's all sorts of stuff in there. And if you're, whatever level you're at, if you're thinking of doing your craft fair, your first craft fair, if you're thinking of turning your hobby into a business, if you want to try and get your crafty goodies into shops and outlets, there's something for everybody. If you've done loads of craft fairs, but you just want to up your game a little bit, you want to go up to the next level, there is something for everybody. It's like a library membership. All the information is in there. And there's also, at the moment, all my other courses are in the Craft Fair Academy. So when you subscribe, you will get access to all of them forever. And because I've opened up the doors again for a short time, it is available for a really, really low fee. It is £15 a month, which is, for the amount of stuff that's in there, is incredibly low rate. I know it's an incredibly low rate. And until the end of the month, it is going to be £15 a month, or you can pay a yearly membership, and that is £150. So it's actually 10 months, 12 months for the price of 10. So that works really well as well, because you're in, you're done, you're committed, and all the information is there for you. It will be going up in July. It's going to go up to its regular rate of £25 a month. So now is a really good time to join. You won't get all the other courses as well in July. It will just be a flat £25 a month, which is what it normally is. So yeah, do check it out. Click the link below and you can read all the things that are covered. And I'm adding stuff to it all the time. When I think of something, I will do a quick like a document or a video or a little mini masterclass or a spreadsheet. I'm adding to it all the time, so it's growing and growing. And there's also a brilliant Facebook group where we do, once a month we will do a Q&A session. We'll also do a craft table critique, where you send me a picture of your craft table and I suggest sort of tweaks and things that could help you to display things to your product's best advantage, so that you help to draw people to your stall. And there's also a make your membership back challenge, which is to help you make an extra £15 on top of what you're making at your craft fairs, so that basically the membership won't cost you anything. So there's all that in the Facebook group. There's all that information. It's a stunning amount of stuff that you get for just £15 a month, which is less than most pitch fees these days. I've kept it low because I know how crafters can be struggling. I know that any outlay, any pitch fees come out of your bottom line, and so I've kept it low, and you won't regret it. You really won't regret it. Try it for a month. Come and join us. Have a look round. Have a look round the portal. Have a little go in the Facebook group. See what you think. But yeah, please do come and join us, because it will really, really help. As I say, this is all the information I really wish I'd had back in the day, because if I'd had access to this, I mean, there wasn't even flipping internet when I started. Was there? No, there wasn't really. Only dial-up. So there were no such thing as online courses. You know, you'd have to have gone to night school to learn like business studies or something. So this is really specific to crafters, people that want to do craft fairs and want to up their game, sell more, make more money, make more profit, have more fun, and just absolutely smash it. So if I'd had this back in the day, I sure as hell would have paid for it, because it's a no-brainer. You're going to make more money. Simple. So click the link, read more about it, and come and join us.